Hi there, Martin here. Hope you are well, and welcome to this part 6 of this 7-part series for dads, for mums, for carers, for parents who also happen to be senior leaders, managers, business owners, and they've got one eye on the school holidays, which is just around the corner now, and they want to go on vacation feeling good. They want to feel relaxed. They want to feel like they're going to enjoy it. They don't want to feel all burnt out and exhausted and stressed and still worrying about work and spending most of the holiday just not being in the zone, not being present with their family and being totally exhausted. So I've been doing this 7-part series to help you. So here we are on number 6. We're nearly there, and we have covered so much. We've got clear about what it's like to step off the plane, off the train, out of the car, that first step on holiday. Really embodied what that's going to feel like, got excited about that, gone deep into why that is so important that we feel like that. We've then looked at making sure that we're looking at work as if we're making the biggest difference. We're not there to do everything. We're there to make the biggest difference. And when we started doing that, we then started looking at our work differently and started asking questions of our work. Started asking questions of our meetings and the workload. We started asking why we're doing it, why it's important, what the consequence of it not getting done by certain deadlines or indeed at all, or indeed by our holiday. Sometimes we put false deadlines on ourselves. Life carries on after our holiday. We also said about making the biggest difference. Again, it's that running theme. Why and biggest difference are so huge in transforming how we look at things and getting back in control of our time and our work and our balance. So we started asking better questions so that we could become leaders rather than just managers of all lots of different jigsaw pieces, 97 things in front of us, just juggling them. Instead of that, asking the questions and then going, that's what I need to spend my time on. Well, that's what our team needs to spend their time on. That is being a leader. And we do that by asking different questions, getting the information, and then just making a commitment. So we talked about that, and then once we've got that, we've got a much more reduced workload that we're focusing on that's going to make the biggest difference, that's the most important. And then we need to focus our time. So that's what we did last time. We focused. How did you get on? Did you lock yourself away? Did you book a meeting room? Did you work from home? Did you make sure that you were having those regular breaks to keep your energy up and your productivity up? Were you avoiding the distractions and the interruptions that makes it a longer time for you to get anything done, and also more likely to make mistakes? Are you now back in control of your time? And now with a focused workload, and now your productivity is better, the quality output is better, you're making a bigger difference, you feel more in control. This is a great place to be. This is where you want to be. Now, today, this is number 6. So we are just around the corner from the school holidays starting. So the whole aim, I know you might be going on holiday in 2, 3 or 4 weeks time. The whole aim of this was to get you to the school holidays with all of this in place. This week, really, because we've been going at such a lightning pace, and I know you've been doing these things each week, this week really is about embedding everything that you've learned. It is about reminding yourself of what it's going to be like when you step off and step into that holiday, why it's so important, biggest difference, asking the questions, focusing your time. It is about putting that into practice and really embedding that this week, because that is going to make you feel more in control. If I've had even more to this now, it's going to overwhelm you. So what we just need a bit of space now to really put this into practice and for you to start feeling the benefit of this. Because 2 weeks out from the summer holiday starting, we need to make sure that you are starting to feel the benefit. This isn't just about your productivity. This isn't just about your time spent working. This is now about the balance you have. Like I said, about scheduling time with your family, setting the boundaries, so you spend more time with your family on a day-to-day basis, not just at weekends and on holidays. And it's about your health, because any amount of stress and overwhelm and exhaustion is not good for us. It doesn't make us feel great. It makes us pretty low and on edge. And then we get on edge with everybody around us. And sometimes, we say things we don't want to say. And sometimes we don't do things that we know we ought to, but we just can't because we're just so exhausted. This is about really embodying all of that today. This week, put everything into practice. Keep doing this. New things come in, you ask the questions. It has an order. You already know what things you should be focusing on. Does this trump that or not? And the beautiful thing about when you've got information, when you're asking the right questions, you can manage your stakeholders better. It's very difficult for you to say no to something or decline something if you don't have a good reason why. But the questions I've asked you, the whole reason I've done it like this, so that you're looking at things differently and you're asking different questions. The whole reason is so that you can, not only do you feel more in control and you make a bigger difference, but you are able to manage the people around you. You are able to manage their expectations. You are able to communicate things with your peers, with people above you. Even in senior managers, we've always got people above us. The CEO still has shareholders, right? And then there's even regulators, things like financial services where I came from. So there's always people that we need to communicate with. And communication is definitely going to be something we're going to be talking about next week, because we need to tee you up for that time away. But right now, I want you just to embed everything and make sure that you are having those conversations, that you're feeling more comfortable with how you're going about things. And I just want to add a couple of things that can help you as well. Again, these aren't big things, because you've got everything you need right now, in terms of what we've been able to cover in these short sessions. You remember I said about setting a time to leave and be with your family? And that might be like 6:30 or whatever it might be. A beautiful trick that you can use. It's not really a trick, it's just something you can do. Schedule something in with your family. Get your family excited about something that you're going to do after work. So it's like, right then guys, I could be home at 6:30 and then we're going to go and have a meal together, or we're going to go to the cinema, or we're going to go to the park, or we're going to go and play basketball, or whatever it might be. It doesn't matter what it is. Schedule stuff in. It could be, here's an idea, given the holiday just around the corner, maybe, I'm coming home at 6:30 and we're going to have a little look at the plan for the holiday. We're going to book some day trips. We're going to see what's near to where we're staying. We're going to start getting maybe some of our stuff ready. We're going to get excited about the holiday. Schedule that in. Make a commitment to your family that you're going to be around at a certain time, and this is what you're going to do. They're going to get excited about it. You're going to get excited about it. Do you remember what we said about the reason we have a compelling vision? It's because then we make it happen, more likely to make it happen. And if you involve other people in that compelling vision, you're even more likely to make it happen, because you've made that outward commitment. This is the same thing. Do it on a local, daily basis with your family. It works wonders. This isn't just something again, everything that I teach, I coach, I mentor, I share is stuff that I've used, and I've used with very good effect. If it doesn't work, I don't share it. It's simple as that. So we use this, and it was a beautiful example just the other day when we went to the cinema, and my wife was working. She's in retail, so she works different hours and at weekends, and there was a new movie coming out that we wanted to watch as a family, and there was a show time that was really, really close to the time when just at a push she could usually get away. And it would have been really easy to delay it, but then we were looking at it and going, oh yeah, but then that's over tea time and it's going to be a later finish and kids got school the next day. And it's like, I said, I don't want to put any extra pressure on you. So there's this time, but it's not much. I mean, if you did leave at that time, you can make it, but I don't want to put any pressure on you because, things are, pretty crazy right now. He said, well, if we book it, I've got to. It was a beautiful moment. If we book it, well, I've got to leave work. Yeah. And guess what? She did. We had a great time. It is as simple as that. But you have to commit to that. But it's a great way for you to really start reining in those work hours. And it's not because you don't care about work. It's not because you're slacking. It's because you're getting better balance back in your life. For probably far too long, you've been working far too long hours, but you can, everything that we've talked about, you are able to make a bigger difference in less hours. And that's the aim. That's the aim of being a leader. That's the aim of life, right? Yeah, we all want to make a big difference at work, but we do actually want to live life outside of work too. And we don't want it just to be on 2-week holidays in the summer holidays. So start doing this. Check out some things that you can do, and as a family, come up with some different activities you can do. But I must admit that preparing for the summer holiday that's just around the corner, because this is what we're preparing for, kind of sounds like a good excuse. Sounds like a good reason, a good, really valid why you want to leave at a certain time. So use that one. And one last tip that I'm going to use, which is at the other end of the day. Please try and avoid using your phone. I know we have it as alarms maybe in the morning, just to set your day up. This is about daily habits now. Everything that I've shared is now becoming a daily habit. That's what we want to embed it. So as part of those daily habits, we've got ones at the end of the day to make sure that we're reining in the work hours. But at the start of the day, try and just stay off the technology for a bit. Don't be somebody that does, as soon as they wake up, they're looking at their phone, because you're at the mercy of anything then. Any news, bad news, emails, demands, and you've barely woken up and your mind just isn't ready for it, and it can set your mood off in all kinds of directions if you're not careful. So in the morning, just make sure you're looking after yourself, your family. Get yourself ready for the day before you enter into the rest of the world, and especially work. Make sure you look after yourself first. Certainly something I learned, and certainly when we're working at home, it's so easy literally to leave our bed and then just go and look at our emails and start the laptop up. And we haven't even had breakfast or had a shower yet. Just keeping it real, right? I've been there and I don't go there anymore. I've got a very set morning routine and habits, and it can be difficult at times to resist that phone, but it can really make all the difference. And I tell you what, it sets you up for your holiday as well, because you don't want to be doing it then either. So let's get out of that habit now, and then you're going to not only get the benefit now and in the future, but you'll also get it on holiday, which can't be a bad thing. So embed what you've learned this week. I can't wait to hear how it's going. If you've got questions and queries about this, then let me know. If you've got successes, let me know. If you've got some frustrations about it, let me know. And I'm sure that I can help, and I'll certainly be championing and cheering you on all the way. And if you need to reach out and you want to explore this more personally, then that I'm here. This is what I do. And like I said, most clients, they just message me first, and then we just see what the art of the possible is. There's no pressure, but I really hope these videos have been helping. I can't wait to round this all up for you in the last video of this 7-session series. And until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again soon.